are you ready for today's story? We're going to read this book. What do you see on the cover? I see a bear, and Bear is surrounded by his friends. There's an owl, a wren, a badger, a mouse, a mole, a raven, a gopher, and a hare. How do his friends make him feel? Right, they make him happy, and he makes them happy. You can tell because they're smiling. How do your friends make you feel? My friends make me happy too. This story is called Bear Says Thanks. That's the title of the book, Bear Says Thanks. It's written by Karma Wilson, that's the author, and the pictures are made by Jane Chapman. That's the illustrator. Here on the title page, it says the title again, Bear Says Thanks. And there's a picture. What do you see? I see some fish, some muffins, some pears, and a cup with some drink in it. This looks like the makings of a delicious feast. What season is it? Winter? No. Spring? No. Summer? No. Is it fall? Yes, it is fall, and we can tell because the leaves are orange and yellow and they're falling down. And what do we see here? That's Bear's feet poking out of his cave. Bear says thanks. All alone in his cave, Bear listens to the wind. He is bored, and he misses his friends. When you're bored, it means you have nothing to do. He looks like he just got a good idea. I can make a big dinner, a feast I could share. Kind of sounds like he wants to have a dinner party, right? A feast. But he looks through his cupboard, and the cupboard is bare. Not bare like he's a bear, but bare as in it's empty. So he had a great idea that made him feel happy, and then he looked in his cupboard where he usually keeps his food, and there's nothing there. Then Mouse stopped by with a huckleberry pie. And the bear says thanks. So he had no food, but the little mouse stopped by and brought a huckleberry pie. Huckleberry is kind of like a blueberry, but it's wild. Bear says, goodness me, a delectable pie. Delectable means delicious or yummy. It tastes really good. But I have made nothing, he adds with a sigh. So he's happy Mouse brought a pie, but he feels kind of sad because he didn't make anything. Then they hear, hi-ho, and they both see Hare with a big batch of muffins at the door of the lair. So now they have pie and muffins. His friends are coming to share their food. Hare hurries in from the cold, rushing wind, and the bear says, thanks. Thanks. So now they have some pie and some muffins. Of course, said Hare. Then he points to the door. He's pointing because there's another friend there. Here comes Badger. He's got even more. More what? More muffins? More pie? Nope. Badger is bringing fish. Fish to eat. Animals like to eat fish. Do you like to eat fish? Bears like fish. So now they have pie, muffins, and fish. It looks like they're building a feast to me. Brrr, said Badger as he tromps inside. He sets down his pole and he smiles real wide. I'm back from a stroll at the old fishing hole. And the bear says, thanks. Then Gopher and Mole tunnel up from the ground. Gopher and Mole are ground animals. They dig tunnels, so they tunnel up from the ground. We have warm honey nuts. Let's pass them around. So now they have pie and fish and muffins and honey nuts. That sounds like a really yummy feast they're building. There's a flap and a flitter and a flurry in the den, when in flutters owl with raven and wren. We have pears from the tree and herbs to brew tea. Herbs are little leafy things that you can make tea out of, or sometimes people sprinkle it on their food for flavor. So they're going to make tea out of the herbs. And owl and wren have brought some pears. So do they have a lot of food now? Do they have enough for a feast? Sounds like it. And the bear says, that doesn't say thanks. The bear says, wait. He's holding up his paws. He's saying, wait. Bear mutters, and he stutters, and he wears a big frown. He's frowning. Does he feel happy? He sighs, and he moans, and he plops himself down. Why would he be so upset right now? His friends are there. They brought some food. They're having a feast. You have brought yummy treats. You are so nice to share. But me, I have nothing. My cupboards are bare. So he thinks all of his friends are so nice for bringing something for the feast, but he doesn't have anything to give them for the feast, so he's feeling a little left out and sad. Mouse squeaks, don't fret. There's enough, dear bear. You don't need any food. You have stories to share. So they're telling him it's okay because our friends, they're understanding and they're kind. And they're telling him, it's okay, bear. You don't need to share food with us. You can share stories. His friends hug him tight. It will be all right. And the bear says thanks. Look at how nice his friends made him feel when he was feeling sad. Good friends are awesome. They lay out their feast on a quilt on the ground, and the bear takes a seat while his friends gather round. They're sitting at a blanket like a picnic. They don't need to sit in chairs because they're animals. They're having a picnic right here on the blanket. In a cave in the woods, in a warm, bright lair, the friends feel grateful for their good friend bear. They pass around platters, that means plates, and they chatter. That means they're talking. So look, they're sharing the feast and they're talking together and they're laughing and they're telling stories and they're just being happy because when we get together with people, we are happy. And they all say thanks. And I have a little song that I like to sing about saying thanks. In this story, they have their friends and their food. And the song goes like this. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for friends and food. Can you sing that with me? We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for friends and food. And I think that if Bear and his friends knew that song, I think that they would be singing it too. I hope you enjoyed our story today, friends. Bye now.